Aquarius. Wow. Welcome to March. You know, you're retrograde. You're Mercury retrograde. We made it. We made it. How are you feeling though? There were so many planets in Aquarius. Saturn is there, your ruler. How you feeling about that? It's probably making you change in some kind of way that you like already, you know? It's probably making you want to make some changes, right? Because that's just your energy, right? I mean, you're fixed, but it's like you've been waiting long enough and now you're like ready to make that change, which is like very Uranian of you, Uranus. And that's in Taurus right now. So your ruling planet is in a sign that is talking about tradition, right? And conservativeness, that type of thing. You know what I mean? You know, all right, you better have a good shuffle. Shuffle ball change. I'm getting double time step, triple time step. Dancing, tap dancing, tapped out, tapping into, tapped in. The Wheel of Fortune. The Five of Pentacles. The Lovers. Okay, so we have Mercury here and we have Jupiter, so it's talking about movement. But if we read this sequentially from like left to right, we would be looking at the Five of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Lover's card. And the Five of Pentacles is talking about a reality that you're trying to identify with, right? Or it could be talking about searching, because you have two Mercury cards here. So you're looking, you're seeking, you're searching. You're trying to discover something so that you can process this information into your reality, or you're trying to search for something ideal, something materialistic and ideal for you. You know, the fives are related to what you can create. So being that the Five of Pentacles is a conflict in what you can create materially, right? This could be saying that you are identifying with a sense of lack, or you're coming from a place of lack, or what is it? Oh, poverty conscious, right? So your actions could be because you are coming from a place of poverty consciousness, or poverty. You're acting on behalf of your own poverty conscious, or you're being poverty conscious, right? You're being that. And it's like, why are you being poverty conscious? Because like the Wheel of Fortune says that you have everything, right? The Wheel of Fortune is talking about abundance. It's talking about success, and it's talking about growth and opportunity, right? So maybe you're not able to see where the opportunity lies. You know, you might just be thinking about what it is that you don't have, which is why the Five of Pentacles is here. You know what I mean? But then it's kind of like you can gain control of the situation by, you know, identifying with like, you know, the value of how you can make things improve. You know what I mean? How are you seeking improvement? How are you seeking out trying to make things better? You know, how are you trying to make things better? Despite things not being as great as you want them to be, how are you trying to make things better? Because sometimes when you're in a situation that is like less than savory, or it's like one that you wouldn't rather be in, it really is your attitude, how you behave, how you act, and the structures that you create around whatever chaos, or within the chaos, or within the problem, okay? Which is what gets you the most out of the experience. You see what I mean? But you are ruled by Saturn, which is saying that you come from a place of oppression, and you come from a place of lack and restriction, because Saturn is your planetary ruler, and Uranus is your modern day ruler, which is talking about like being able to change that, being able to change your mindset, because you're an air sign. So we're trying to get you to change your mindset here with Mercury being exalted in Aquarius. You see what I mean? So Mercury is in Aquarius right now. It's going direct. We're here with Five of Pentacles. This is very much like a Mercury direct energy. It's Mercury retrograde, but I feel like when we really have thought about what it is that we need to do and who it is that we need to be in order to see what it is that we want to see change, and we actually can apply what we've learned in that lesson, because the fives are talking about lessons, and they're talking about teaching, and they're talking about belief systems, you know what I mean? So maybe it's your belief systems and the ways that you have been knowing things to be and to do things, right? Maybe you've gotten spoiled, or maybe it is that you just don't want things to, you want things to come easily to you. And it's like, they're not gonna, as long as you try to get things to come easily to you, you're gonna run into some problems, right? You might be like, things are coming easy to me, but you're gonna also have these problems right here too, that you didn't anticipate with this Wheel of Fortune being here, because it definitely is talking about surprises. You can't block yourself off from you know, what am I saying? From unexpected events. You know what I mean? Hello. But also, it's kind of like, you know, unexpected events cause you to have to change, and they cause you to kind of like want to gain control of things. You know what I mean? So that's what's happening here. And gaining control of a situation so that we can navigate the growth, right? Or navigate through the circumstances and still be able to achieve a sense of growth in some areas, because there's many different areas in our lives, right? There's a lot of different things to focus on. So this is saying that you need to focus on each aspect of your life. What is good, what's not good, and why is what not good not good. Okay, and then we can see how we can change some habits here with the Lover's card, because this is related to Mercury again, and it's related to the 6th house, which is actually Virgo, okay, and Gemini too. But I connect this with like habits and changing habits and health. So we're thinking about our mental health, okay, but we're also thinking about what we're taking in, you know, the information that we're taking in, and those that we allow to influence us. What are the ways that we have been compromising? You know what I mean? Right? We might have been, you know, just compromising in ways that haven't been the most healthiest for us, right? But this is healthy compromise, right? The unhealthy compromise would be in the would be like in the Devil card, right? So this is a healthy compromise. So, right, that's what we're dealing with now, a healthy compromise for you. But then we're coming from the Queen of Swords, which is like very ready to face the truth. You know what I mean? Not really abandoning any kind of situation that makes them feel uncomfortable, whoever this Queen of Swords is, which is you. You know what I mean? So you're willing to face whatever this situation is. You're willing to face the losses. You're willing to accept, right, the truth about it too. Because we have the Tower here, which is actually Mars. Sorry. Shout out to the Tongue Pop on Instagram. Follow that channel or that page at the Tongue Pop. But the Queen of Swords looking at the Tower is looking at like a situation that unfolded just as she anticipated. She was just waiting for things to fall down, waiting for things to kind of like go sour or destruct or whatever. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of like something happened. Maybe there was a bridge burned, or maybe there was something that kind of like destabilized the situation, and it brought a very unexpected truth, you know, to you. You had to leave something behind. Maybe you had to forget about something that was old, you know what I mean? And that's your reasoning. You had to find reasoning behind you had to find reasoning behind the destruction of something, perhaps a relationship. But the Princess of Swords is here, which is saying like, okay, now I am, you could have been dealing with somebody that was immature, you know what I mean? Because we have the Queen of Swords here, and then we have the Princess of Swords here, which is the Page of Swords. So either you were immature or someone else was immature. Maybe there was some risks that were taken. Maybe someone was being a little bit immature in terms of how they were communicating, right? And it just manifested into that. You know, maybe it was a pileup of things that happened, and it just caused everything to kind of like fall, right? In whatever way, shape, or form. But this is also talking about changing focus from this Tower moment. And that's good, because now we're not focused on the Tower moment. You know, it happens and then it's over. Okay, so now the Princess of Swords is letting us imagine something else that we can manifest, right? We're changing course, switching direction, changing focus, you know? And this is just, we're in a new situation now. And that's good, you know? You're like, I'm forgetting about that. You know, I'm trying to put that behind me. That relationship, it was a little bit crazy. And I do know that I was a little bit crazy too, but I don't think that I was crazy for no reason. One side or the other, whoever, I don't know, you know, and maybe there was some things going on, you know, mentally, psychologically, I don't know, but I want to pull a clarifier for you just because I know. Let's see, let's pull a clarifier for you. Aquarius, fellow air sign. The Greys, the aliens, ancient aliens. I love shows like that. I love space and shit like that. I do. But don't try to take me there. If you try to take my outer space, honey, I don't know what I would do. Here's your cards. Oh. Accept the ending of something. Accept that, right? Because the Five of Cups is talking about emotional acceptance, right? Wanting to, emotional validation as well, you know? And this is kind of like focusing on what, you know, you see happening around you instead of what is really happening inside of you, you know? So you're kind of objectifying your emotions right now, which is so weird. And here's the Ace of Pentacles to kind of like, or your emotions are being objectified, right? Or taken advantage in some kind of way or not. I don't know. This is sexually too. Sexual objectification, right? So that probably could have been what this was. Sex. Here we have the Ace of Pentacles. Love and hate. Okay. It's the mix. It's the mix. It's the mix. Don't worry. It's not like something happening. Oh. Okay. Like, share, and subscribe. Comment on the video. Follow me on Instagram. And that is Providence Tarot. My personal account is NYC Kendrick. You guys are making me so crazy right now. You got me looking so crazy right now. It was so high you can hear that note.